Okay, we should be live here. So, I was gonna just work on my own stuff today. I've got some M's to work on the weekends, but Kyle's around and wants to work on this rocket thing, so I thought that that would be a fun thing to do today. He'll be back in like an hour. He does a bunch of cool work in reinforcement learning, so go check his stuff out here. And yeah, we're gonna try to get that rocket env into a decent spot before he gets back in an hour or so. Huge amount of cool stuff on here. Huge amount of cool stuff on here happening, as well as on the Discord. Just to show, just in the last like 24 hours. Look, this is since this morning. All these are today. And all this stuff from the 18th. 30, 40 more people. If you're interested in contributing to stuff, where'd it go? Status update right here. Let's get this thing set up and we're going to start coding on this rocket end. We can see if we'll make it look a little better by the time Kyle gets back, as well as fix the setup a little easier. Okay. And check out Rocket. Rocket Man. Okay, we do have box 2D in here. Do I have it in here? No, I don't. Oh, actually, that's awkward, right? Okay, that looks like that builds. You know what I'm going to do? Since this is a collab, I'm going to make it easy on Kyle. We're going to just do this. So it has fast compile. And I think I'm going to commit the box 2D stuff as well. Why? Okay, so something's weird here. I might have forgotten some setup flags. Okay, so here's our rocket lander thing. And what's wrong with this? Oh, I forgot to link box 2D. So we do box 2D include, I think it's build source maybe. Box 2D. Invalid env name rocket lander. Really? Oh, I know what's wrong with this. I have it commented because it was breaking stuff. I think I gotta, like, unimport all of these because they're not going to be built for him. I can leave the functions, actually. The only one that I have to get rid of, are these ones that are imported. Okay, so that should be good. Now let me fix the thing so it actually falls correctly. Alright, so why is this thing not falling now? Okay, there we go. So now we have this thing. Why is it so janky the way it renders like this? Oh, I forgot. Did I forget to add rotation or something? Like, no, I didn't. Rectangle inner. Origin. Width over 2. Height over 2 is origin. I think that is correct, though. I'm trying to think how I would do if I just wanted to draw the lines for this. It's actually not a rotation option on any of these, is there? Well, hold on. Isn't there just... There's a rotation formula, right? That I can use? Origin. This feels like something I should literally just be able to chat GPT. Because this is just like a annoying piece of basic trig. It's like you got to apply, I think, a rotation matrix or something. Chords, outline, shape, all lines. But it can be rotated. I have the corners box set to 2 by 2 be able to rotate it around center of the box and see Raylet lines points and points. Let me see if this makes sense. Why not use O1? We'll see if it's any better. Here. I have not noticed either of them being particularly good. I don't even know if they will be able to do this correctly. Thought for 20 seconds. Let's see, actually, sure, this will be funny. Which of these is better? So we got rotate point. O1 is way better in my experience for code as well. Well, first of all, I don't know why it mallocked here. That's kind of weird. Difference is interesting. I very, very rarely use any of this to like write substantial pieces of code. Like I almost never do this. I'm just seeing if it does it one shot. I very, very rarely use these to like write whole pieces of code. I generally don't think it's a useful thing. It's just I know that right now like I haven't done trig in forever and I'm just trying to see if I can get something quick. Which is a dumb reason, but ironically better. I don't know, that's weird. Tight-lipped. I don't know, maybe. Sonnet to be better. I want it better debugging. Yeah, it's funny. The only thing that I typically use, I'll use ChatGPT or whatever for like basically documentation on stuff when like I can't find docs for error messages anymore because the web is so garbage. Um, the main thing that I use for code is just Super Maven, and I basically use it as a typing buff. I generally don't think it's a great idea to try to use these things to replace the thinking portion. So here, let me see. So if I just do points, oops. So plus width, plus height, yeah, that's fine. And then we do draw rotated shape. Under local. Does that actually work? Oh, no, it doesn't. Wait. That doesn't look right to me, right? No, look, it's like rotating around a crazy axis, right? Yeah, this is nuts. Do we try the other one? Sup, who's Kyle? He'll be back in a little bit to get this started, which is why I'm hoping that we get stuff done first. Holy notifications, Batman. Where's Kyle? Kyle does cool robot and RL stuff at UT Austin. Also harp seals. Harp seal man. Oh wait, did I already? Here. We got draw rotated shape. Let me see if either of these works real quick. Too many. Draw rotated shape. Points, num points. Origin angle. Color, color. Oops. We got color. Oops. Really enjoying tinkering with Puffer. Really helps to streamline everything with a boost in performance. I hope so. I hope it's useful. I'm building it all day long. Let me know if there's anything that's broken or whatnot. I mean, we rely on reports and community contributions to build this thing at a reasonable pace. Puffer seal. Harp seals are pretty awesome. Okay, so they both failed in exactly the same way, it looks like. So I think we're going to have to, yeah, we're going to have to just go with what we had before in the name of getting this thing done quickly, which is the glitchy, but actually, like, rotates correctly rectangle. So, like, you can see, like, I wonder why it does this, to be honest. I should probably just focus on trying to get some basic model for this. Okay, so what we want to do is on reset, we want to apply a random force, right? Oops. Apply force. Okay, so random force here. The lander. B2 body, get world point. Oh, so we have to just apply... I guess we can just do, like, apply a random force to... What do we think? The top of it? Let me make sure Kyle realized to check stream. So, what the heck? These notifications. Cool stuff. Oh, yeah. Okay, we'll leave this up here just in case Kyle gets back and DMs me and doesn't realize I'm on stream. Okay, so here is rocket lander. It doesn't seem like it applied much of a force to start with. I think the magnitude just needs to be way bigger, right? Mag. 100K. Nope. Doesn't appear that any force got applied substantially. Oh, because you have to step the world, I suppose, right? No, that wasn't it. Where's the constant or whatever that I have for force? So the thrust scale is 1 million. What I have here. Oh, I can't tell. Maybe it's that... Hold on. No, this is not right. Linear velocity, angular velocity. Apply force. Do I have to, like, step after I reset? But that wouldn't make any sense, right, if I had to do this? Is it actually, like, compiling this? I'm confused. Oh, no, it's not actually compiling this, it looks like. That's weird. Printf left force. Demo. This doesn't actually call reset. That'll do it. Okay, so here, now it has a random force applied to it. Let's make that a little bigger. Also don't know, do we need to step? Probably do need to step the world. Okay, so like now you can see it has like this random force, and now you kind of have to like fix the rocket or whatever. Now we come up with a reward. Not this. Okay, let's see what we think of this. Okay, so now we have this rocket lander end, right? We're getting a negative reward. I messed it up. Where is 0, 0? Trying to figure out if this reward is reasonable or not. Probably need to, like, velocity, and then we need to do, like, printf. Okay, so now we can see the velocity here. It's a pretty darn good. We got a negative x reward, we got negative y reward. Oh no, positive y reward, which is good. So this actually goes up as you go farther down. This y reward is way too small, though. It would seem. Too small. The rotation reward, also too small. And then the speed reward is huge. So let's see if this makes it more reasonable. Okay, so you have a very small negative reward on x because you're basically at 0. It goes up. Reward is actually, the x and the y rewards are too small, I think, right? Yeah, these x and y rewards are still too small. Okay. There we go. Now you actually get like a 0.1 reward potentially. And then rotation. Okay, rotation very quickly gets negative, but that's probably fine. And speed is also very quickly negative. Yeah, there you go. So these are potentially reasonable scaled rewards, I think, right? They're kind of big. I might want to like divide this whole thing by 5 or something. Like 5, yeah. Printf. Okay, so now we have our rocket, and you can like land this thing, right? Something like this, right? Trying to get this rocket to land this way. Something's weird with the thruster on here. Okay, so you can kind of do it. Let's commit all this first. Pi h dot c status dot. Jam rockets stuff. Do I want to commit all of box 2D? Probably not. We'll let Kyle get that on his own. He should be back pretty soon now. So I think I've gotten it into at least a somewhat workable state. Twitter notifications just keep coming. Let's do a basic train run. Let's see if it actually learns anything. We also do have boxes available for sweeps. 230k. Oops, I forgot. Hold on. Did I not rebuild? Cool. It's 230k. Why is the reward just getting worse? That's very odd. There are probably like some data problems and some physics problems and other things with this, I would imagine. Let's see if we can just find any of the potential sources of error before Kyle gets here. Like, shouldn't be that hard, right? Is there a difference between the way I'm controlling it manually? So, we just set action 0, 1, or 2. These get set to 1, right? Person F. Well, this could be an issue, right? Okay, though we can see that these are like reasonable looking random actions, right? It's just giving you 1, 0. So this is not corrupted. I was afraid that this was potentially corrupted. This is fine. Why is this thing just not capable of learning? It's very, very weird. If we have any physics enthusiasts who want to hop on this today, like literally now, that'd be awesome. But we'll see what Kyle wants to do, if he's happy being on stream or not. Ideally we'll just like, I'll figure some way to like just move the Discord call onto the stream type thing. I like kind of just building all this stuff out in the open. It's fun. Yeah, see, this episode return is like obviously bad. Probably need to rebuild this. Do I have stupid hyperparameters? 10 million steps, big batch. I mean, these don't look stupid to me. This is an average reward of negative 0.1 per step, which should be in the right range. Episodes are long, but they're not crazy long. This should be very addressable for the agent. I can set up a quick carb sweep, actually. Or maybe set this up on box 0. Let me set this up on the higher perf box, actually. That'll probably be better for us, right? Cool, cool. Then I can literally give him access to this box if he wants. Dev. Stash. I think we can set up a little hyperparam sweep on this box. 3,000 new lines. Thought we're getting big. Check out Rocket. Check out. Should be good with this. Let's get box 2D. Oh, don't we have a puffer fork of this? Hang on. I think there is a puffer fork. Did I not fork it here? I thought I'd forked it. There's no box 2D fork? Oh no, I didn't fork it yet. I was going to fork it, right? Let me do that real quick. Maybe I forked it under my own profile by accident. I guess I just forgot. Big deal. Oops. Damn it. Okay, something weird happened. Let's do this. I bet it's just lines, like, being weird. Yeah, there we go. Stars core. And then there's one other parameter I had to change in order to make this thing. Yeah, this one right here. $64K is what I set it to. And core.h. Build box 2D increase worlds. Cool. Now we build. And then we will see whether from this we are good to go. And we can run this on the big box. Gigafast training. Use the restroom real quick while this builds. Nobody told me my mic was muted. Nobody told me my mic was muted. I've been talking to myself here for 5-10 minutes. Whatever. This. Thought Twitter stream was bugging. Nope, forgot to unmute my mic. I'm dumb. Max? This has to be a distribution, I guess. Oops. Distribution. Alright, so batch size is going to go from 6, whoops, to 5. You work now? Dude, where is it figuring? You know what? We'll just have to do some custom shenanigans for this. I don't even want to sweep the batch size. Yeah, like, look, we don't use any of these. Failed. Key error batch size. Okay, here we go. Now we got our rocket env, we got our sweep running. I got a custom thing going for us with all the latest. Hold on. There we go. So now we wait for this to either magically solve things for us or something else, yeah. In the meantime, we can probably figure out, first of all, there a close on this? There is. We call Freelander. And we do call Destroy World. Interesting. I don't know then why this wouldn't get when this wouldn't get used. It's very weird how these params are like. Maybe it's just bad hypers, we'll see. It's a little bit obnoxious because I'm pretty sure we run out of world IDs with Box 2D and it will crash in a bit. But for now we have like very fast experiments going here. This branch is pushed as well, so you can go grab it. It's a pretty easy standalone setup in Rocket branch if you want to help me figure out what's wrong with this. Goal is to get a decent looking, physically correct rocket, like landing somewhat today. That would be good. I mean, the perf is there. Like, whatever we need to train, we will be able to train this for as long as we need in order to get this working. It's just figuring out, like, why it's being buggy and weird. Where's Kyle at? Long shopping trip, I guess. Alright, well, this is going to take a few minutes. I will leave these up so you can watch these, and I will... Hopefully this will find a decent set. If it doesn't find a decent set, there's probably something wrong. I'm going to just go make another cup of tea and stuff, and maybe Kyle will be here by the time I get back. We'll see. Don't let me forget to unmute the mic this time. Okay. Still no Kyle. These runs are weird, you know? There's really not much variation in the episode return at all. Um, I mean, I confirmed that it can learn, it can optimize like a sanity task in this. I don't think anything's like fundamentally broken. But it is kind of weird that you're not seeing it really pick up on anything much at all here. Double check a couple things. Okay, so here's how we're passing data. Looks fine to me. Obs, actions, rewards, and then we call init. Create world. It's fine. How's the binding for it? Binding also looks fine. We pass actions as floats. Actions equal 1, equal 2, equal 3. The discrete, four-way discrete for now. Right? And obs, rewards, terminals. And we write into the obs, right? Looks fine to me. Reward here. Reward also looks fine. Let's swap these. This one will go there. Let's message Kyle there. And it's weird how it like starts off better and immediately does worse. Well, this isn't finding anything, so fill this. Build this. Do Set this up. Alright, well I fixed terminals, doesn't really make a difference. What else could this be? What else could this be? Float of 3. Let's try something. Do render word. Oh. I've checked like most of the usual stuff already here. It's not multi-processed. Okay, here's our observations data. Got our float actions. Rewards is reasonable looking, right? Four. Yeah. Looks reasonable. 7. There is a small positive there. The thing I don't get is why you get this negative curve where it starts off better and then if it just like, you know, it gets like worse. Very odd. Alright, he says he'll be on in 15. I got 15 minutes to make this thing work. Before he jumps on, it's like, what the heck are you doing? We're gonna speed run RL debugging. If any YouTube folks have any ideas, I'm all ears. I think I'm gonna just try to play this and print out my episode returns. Like, oops. Probably don't need Clang, to be honest. We can probably just GCC. mm. SegV. Oh, I'm on the server is why. Okay, hold on. What else did I miss? On the rocket. Folks, if you haven't started the Puff for Lib repo, please go ahead and do that. It really, really does help me out a lot. Perfectly free. Okay, so here's the rocket lander end. Okay, so log -7.8 is the episode return. And if I just like let it fall, you can see it's getting like a pretty reasonable return, right? Okay, -13. It's actually kind of hard to do any better. Is it actually just not able to learn anything better than the default policy? Is that it? No, that was good, right? -19. Well, that's a total mess up. Yeah, so if you just like wing it off the screen, that's how you get the crazy bad return, right? Oh, log 18. Hold on. $33. So, I mean, it does seem that there is some stuff that you can do to, like... Yeah. There's totally stuff you can do. Let's see, why is this learning to be this bad, then? There's totally stuff you can do, and even just, like, not doing anything is better than what this is doing. I'm leaning towards, like, some sort of data corruption, because this is insane. Oops. I mean, is there anywhere where I could just be, like, passing these tensors or buffers wrong or something dumb? Let's see. Observations is float 32. It's float. Float star observations. Okay, this is 1024 by 6. Right? Get passed as a slice. And then I got shape. Oops. It's made here. Load actions. Nice. 32 rewards. Rewards. Load actions now has this random data in it. Observations, I guess, has some stuff after reset. Are these identical? No, they're not identical, right? And they have values on the magnitude of what I would expect. Terminals. Test here. I really don't see anything wrong with this. Data buffers are getting populated correctly. What do we get? We get default policy here with an LSTM wrapper, right? We just do this. Oops. Maybe we train a tiny network. Does not seem to help. Is there something jank going on with our default models or something? This is the reset step, right? Okay, now we have new data here. Six to 128 encoder. Everything looks reasonable here. Everything looks eminently reasonable. Drinking so much tea. I'm gonna use the restroom again, and Kyle should be back in a couple, and we'll have to figure this out. Something's weird with it. Something's really screwy. Right back. There's Kyle. Hi. How's it going? Um, do you want to see if we can figure out how to get it like a Discord call so it works with the stream, or what are you comfortable with? I'll do it off stream if you prefer. Whatever. Let me see if I can get Discord audio into this. What's your Discord? Mostly gonna dev offline? Sounds good. We can do that too. We got a fun community with Puffer. Bunch of helpful people in here. Hopefully I can just get you set up with the rocket and there's some demons in this thing. I'm trying to figure out. Seems like it should be learning stuff, but it's just like the policy is being weird. I did get it to learn. I got it training now at like 800,000 steps per second though. From Pokemon days. I'll... This you? I don't think so, right? So here, let me message requests. Or I think I sent you friend rec on there. Let me know if you got that. There we go. Hi. Good to talk with you. Hold on. Let me see if this audio is actually coming through. We don't have to do this on stream if you don't want. I just, by default, I do everything here. Let me see if I figure stuff out. Yeah, hold on. For some reason, I don't think it's piping desktop audio through either, which is weird. Okay. All right, cool. Let me just figure out if I can. Does anybody know how to pipe, desktop audio doesn't seem to be covering it. The stream has actually been, like, surprisingly effective for, getting new people onto Puffer and stuff. Yeah. Video capture device. Okay, I think maybe this is going through now. Oh no, I'm probably speaking double. Shoot. Okay, I'm gonna take 1 minute to do this, and if not, it's just gonna be weird, and we'll do whatever. Oh, I know what I can do. In the meantime, let me get you set up with the repo, because that's gonna take you a second. Yeah, so, repo is pufferlib, branch is rocket, and, the only thing that you're gonna have to install is, just, like, clone the puffer fork of box 2D in there, and you'll be good. I have not tested it on Mac. I've tested it on Linux, And I got a Linux box set up as well for it. That's probably better. Shoot, where? Desktop audio. It's up. What core pufferlib? Oh yeah, that's it. Yeah, it's just pufferlib. Rocket is the branch. Uh, audio mixer. So bizarre. Is Discord's not muted? I don't. Yeah, I know. I know you can hear me. It's this stream is getting one side. Click desktop audio properties and select the right audio device on ODS. Oh, okay. Here we'll give you infinite tunnel. Um. So audio properties. It should be this one, which is now. This is unmuted. Mm-hmm.
Stuff. 1 second.
Properties for stream Steam streaming. I don't. Dang it! Which of these? I got it. Well, what do I set this to? Is it just this? This is Steam? That doesn't look like it, right? Um, which one is Discord play? Oh, I see. Yeah. So I have to mirror my headset audio, is that it? Say something, Kyle?
Do what? Hello?
Oh, I think I got it now. That should be working. I think I see it working. Cool. People can let me know if that is broken or not, but I think we got it. So, provided, yeah, we hear him now. Perfect. So, let me give you the breakdown of this Rocket M
Beautiful.
as soon as you have it set up. Do you got it? Do you have stuff installed?
I have it pulled. I don't have the box 2D stuff yet, though.
Okay. So, box 2D you'll get from the website, and then I'll go over the .h as soon as you get box 2D.
Awesome. Great, thank
It's
you.
box 2D from.
2D.
It's in Puffer as well. It's just we forked it and I increased like max worlds so that you can actually use it fast.
Let's see. I'm sorry, you said it's I installed from the website though?
No, you can just clone like Puffer AI / box 2D and just run the build sh and it'll work.
Got it. Okay. There it is, box 2. I see it.
Yeah. I also got us a nice box for running experiments. I got a basic sweep integration set up and stuff. The only thing is there's some demons in there's some demons in the environment or something because like it's not optimizing at all and we're gonna have to sort that out. It is fast though.
Does it matter where I put box 2D?
Yeah, you're gonna just want to put it inside of just the base puffer lib because it'll get included directly.
Okay. Okay.
So clone that and then just build sh.
Yep. Let's see. Okay, I've got it cloned. Where is the just inside of box 2D?
Yeah, inside of there's a build sh.
Yep. Let's see. Build.bat. Oh yeah, there it is. Yep. Let's see.
Yeah, just in there.
I just need to. I need to update my CMake. Give me 1 sec.
We don't have to do this now, but if you do end up liking Pufferlib, we've got all sorts of tools to make dependencies and stuff easier.
Yeah, because I'm making a bunch of demos for the class I teach, and they mostly
Puffer
just do
tank.
stuff on Colab. Yeah, well, it's that they only do stuff on Colab
Oh,
right now because it's
geez.
all they know how to set up. Right, so it's a nightmare trying to do any actual like more than one script type homeworks. So
Yeah, Colab is just bad. Like,
it's fine for quick data analysis and plotting, but if you want to do any actual, I don't know. I'm not a fan personally.
I do not like Colab. Like, the minimum, like, you gotta get researchers to at least be able to run a script to pull a Docker image.
Uh, I mean, I agree. I think the issue is we've got half the classes like third year plus PhD students who are fine, but the rest are first-ish year master's students, and so they're
They should
struggling a bit.
still.
It's not. I agree they should, but they're not from CS at all, and so most of them they've got MATLAB and literally nothing else
Oh,
right now, and I can't
jeez.
spend cycles in the class teaching how to set up a Python environment. I'm trying to teach them math.
Yeah, this is. I mean, this is the nice thing with Docker is that they don't have to deal with the Python packaging ecosystem. They just have to pull the image. Um, so that's been good for most of our stuff. But yeah, I know it's rough. When I was TAing, it was a nightmare
Yeah.
as well.
Okay. CMake, that should be the one I want.
Yeah,
Oh, this-
you got it. Oh, turn him up a bit though. Hold on. Filters. Oh yeah, it's. I see. It's at -3. We'll just put this to 0. There. That ought
Okay.
to be
Can
better
they hear
now.
me? Can they hear me now?
Yeah, they hear you. It was just a bit
Okay,
too
cool.
quiet. Yeah, people, you can let me know, guys, if there's audio bound stuff. Yeah. So, do you have Box 2D?
I'm still setting up CMake.
Oh, jeez.
It's been a minute.
We do not use CMake in Puffer because yeah,
Yeah.
it's just the Box 2D. Unfortunately, we have just a build sh. We keep everything really basic and simple.
Does it want me to install directly from the CMake website? Fine. Okay. I was hoping
This,
there'd be a way I could just
yeah,
do it through a package manager, but
this
looks
is the
like
other
no.
use case for like the Puffer tank Docker that just has everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. To be fair, you really don't need a Docker for like most of what Puffer does because we don't have terrible and cursed dependencies, but like other environments that are used standard do have terrible and cursed dependencies. Um,
Yeah.
I don't know. Our goal is pretty much just to replace all the commonly used RL environments with things that are better, easier to use, and faster.
Nice. Sorry, struggling to multitask while also setting up CMake.
You're good. I'll let you go on that for a bit.
Yep. It's just building now. But
It'll be pretty quick.
yeah. But CMake is building. I mean, I'll let you know when I
Oh
got
gosh,
past
that
that.
is, yeah, C makes obnoxious.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this does train. Like, if you give it a sanity task, it does train, but it, like, I don't know, it trains, like, ridiculously slowly for the number of samples for some reason. So it's not like the optimizer's totally broken or anything dumb like that.
Mm.
Like, if you
Oh
just
yeah.
train
Okay.
it to press a button, I do that
To
as a
press the
test. As a,
for the lander, you mean?
yeah, like, I'll do stuff like that just to test to make sure data, like, flow is not
Mm.
broken.
Right.
That does seem
What
to work. I don't know. Maybe the learning rate is just too low. I got 1 E minus 4. Try 5 E minus 4.
what is the reward structure for this? Is it just like
So,
sparse rewards? Finish it.
yeah, so we'll go over that for the actual like rewards that I've been using for stuff. Whatever I'm doing isn't working at the moment, so like but I was giving it I was just trying to give it like a dense reward for getting close to the lander pad, not having a big rotation assigned to it, and try to like move slowly as well.
Okay.
Okay, so I 5x the learning rate, and now this sanity task actually optimizes in a reasonable amount of time.
Yeah.
Um, so that's something. So yeah, optimizer not completely broken at the least.
Yeah.
And I will go back to the original, and maybe that has actually done something. We will see. But at least I got it to a decent starting spot for you.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, I don't know. I like this is just it's taken frankly an embarrassing amount of time with this. Like the whole box 2D thing was a nightmare. I got like the Python version running very very quickly, but it was like 2000 steps per second or something disgusting.
Yeah.
Um yeah, so that's just not going to fly. Now with this on this decent box I have multi
So
processing. Let's
this is CPU physics sim, right?
CPU physics sim, but puffer very fast. So we
Yeah.
have training is now at 770,000 steps per second.
Nice.
Yeah.
For how many parallel lens?
Let me see. We could
Dashboard.
go faster technically. Oh, soon, but we'll get bottlenecked by the policy pretty soon after that.
Hmm.
Rocket. I think it's 8192. Yeah, 8192.
Okay. Nice. Nice.
It's
Okay.
async factor as well of 2, so like the forward pass back size is 4096. It's
Yeah.
asynchronous sampling on policy.
It's just learning with PPO, I assume?
PPO with asynchronous environment sampling, but on policy. So it has like a
Got it.
double buffered thing.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, great. CMake is bootstrapped. Now I can install it.
I will also be cleaning up the rendering of this at some point so that it looks like the original. I just made like a box and a landing box in the C version for now, but I can very easily clean it up so it
Yeah.
looks cool like the original. I figured that the most important thing would be to get it learning and get the physics to be reasonable today.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, if you have a demo next week, oops, I hit my mic. I'm very happy to just like get the drawing stuff done for you if we can figure out the learning side.
Yeah, totally. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Oh, also it'll go on the website if Box2D actually
Yeah.
behaves and can compile for web. If Box2D
Yeah.
behaves, then the whole thing will behave and compile for web, which is awesome.
Nice. Yeah. 30% CMake compiled.
Oh,
It's not
jeez.
even, it's a pretty good, it's like a 10900K. It should be pretty quick, but it's
Have you
not so
seen
happy.
have you seen the puffer boxes we use for our RL stuff?
I know they're 4090s. I don't remember what the CPU in them is.
The one that I'm on now is a 13900K. We also have 14900Ks in some of them.
Yeah.
But yeah, we've got this, yeah, this cluster. Oh,
Yeah, I remember seeing a minute ago. Yeah. How many outlets do that have to be on it? I'm sure it's a ton of power it sucks back. Can't be on the same circuit, right?
no, it's two boxes per loop or per
That
run.
makes
Yeah, we had to do a little bit of electrical for this. The goal is going to be to get in the relatively near future. Puffer's going to have to get some revenue first, but to get like a
yeah,
200K cluster that's going to have like
nice.
50 of these boxes, and that should be
Yeah,
enough for us to power the majority of open source RL research out there.
that's awesome.
That's what we'd like to do. And I got plans for the facility to host that. That's not going to be a problem. The main thing is just going to be making sure that we get these things right because we had a ton of problem with the darned Intel chips in these. And
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. The 13 and 14 gen seem to
they
be
screwed
a
us real
mess.
bad on that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
I did not expect CMake to be the delay of all
yeah.
things.
We're at 56%.
Jeez. That's rough. So, I mean, I can start going over the C with you in the
Yeah, sure.
meantime.
That's
So
good.
you can ignore. I don't know if you have stream open. I have the code up on
Yeah, I
this.
do.
Yeah,
Yeah, I got the audio from Discord, but I've got the stream open.
perfect. So all this stuff at the top you can ignore. This is me trying to figure out better drawing stuff. We've got
Sure.
some log structures for aggregating logs across M's. No big deal with that. Bunch of
Yep.
constants, and then drawing whatever. Here's the main M struct, with the lander in it. Here's all the box 2D setup right here. This is the main meat of it. Sets
Yeah.
gravity, sets the world depth, creates the lander, creates the barge, all that stuff. Attaches some shapes to them. And then observations and rewards here. So observations, it's somewhat roughly normalized position, velocity, rotation, angular velocity.
Okay.
And then rewards so far, you can see that I've been messing around with this here. I try to do like this delta position. I try to do like this delta rotation, speed, these sort of things, add these components together. And I just sort of played around with these and would like print these out and play the environment and see if they looked roughly reasonable based on what I was doing.
Yeah.
They seem like they do, but clearly something isn't working correctly. So I don't know if it's something in here or there's like weird data shenanigans or something, but at least it trains the sanity tasks now. Sanity task is like if you just uncomment this, right, the reward just becomes don't press the first button or whatever. So you can do stuff like this. Um, reset here is, yeah, just resets the transform. I made it so that you'd like bump the rocket a little bit at the start. So
Okay.
that like you actually have to press buttons. You can't just like let it fall.
Uh-huh.
And then here's our step. Our step is we get all of the different thrusters, and then you just take the first action component here, and you like apply this thruster, you apply the left thruster, you apply the right thruster. For simplicity, to make sure that this is not like bugged in action selection somehow, I just made a discrete of 4, and like it's don't do anything, side thruster, other side thruster, main thruster, something like that. We do
Yeah.
have continuous action support, so once we actually make this stuff work, we can do this
Right.
continuous. It's a very easy swap in for something like
Yeah.
that. In fact, it's already set up for continuous. It's just the Python wrapper that does the conversion. So
Got
that's
it.
fine. And yeah, and then there's a reset if you get out of bounds or you take too
Okay.
long. So that's
Right.
basically the whole M. The rest of this is just drawing stuff. You've got 2 options for compiling. This is how you compile the Python side. So this builds Cython, the Cython version. So this is what you'll use for train, but you also have rocket lander local, and then there's a web option, and this will build it in pure C, so none of the shenanigans going on in here. Okay, of course, it's not going to let me render on this remote box because I don't have render pass-through on this, but if you have this on like local or whatever, you can render it, and you can play it that way.
There's about a 10-second delay in the stream, so I'm still catching up on the things you're saying.
Okay, dang. It's probably best less delay on Twitch or whatever. But yeah, this
Yeah.
is so yeah, that's how it works. Let me think. Yeah, so that's pretty much everything. You can play it. You can play the
Mhm.
environment yourself as well in that mode. You can run
Yeah.
train. I can go over standard pufferlib stuff at some point, but there's just a demo
Yeah.
script. It's like wrapper, so you can do env, rocket, lander, mode, train, vec, multi-processing, track for wand-b.
Yeah. Okay, 'cause I assume that this is the wrapper stuff. It's just the demo script that's documented, and I just swap in this environment once it's compiled.
Oh, it just like dash dash env rocket lander will just do it for you.
Yeah.
And then you can see 780k steps per second here. And you open wand-b. You gotta like edit put your your
Yeah.
wand-b
Yeah.
or whatever into the demo file. It's kind of just clean RL like in
Yeah.
that sense. But then yeah, you get your stuff here, and there's also sweeps integration and things as well.
Cool.
Um,
Yeah.
I'm hoping that today we can just figure out why this thing is cursed and get it to actually optimize so that like you can fix physics stuff. I can make this actually like
Right.
I can clean it up and
Yeah.
make sure that it actually is integrated correctly. I can make this thing actually look interesting, and
Yeah.
we can have a demo for you pretty soon.
Nice. Okay, so let's. I'll go through and I'll figure out the setup for pufferlib stuff. What are the current? You said there's demons in it. What are the current demons?
Well,
Well,
I
what's
just
currently
don't know
cursed?
why. I just don't know why it's learning some policy that's just absolutely terrible. Like the
Uh huh.
default, it does way 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 better than this if you just don't press any buttons.
You say if you don't press any buttons, you mean like if it just falls straight down?
Yeah, it'll do way better than this if it just
Okay.
falls straight down. So I don't know why, because like the sanity task seems to work. I don't know if the reward is super screwy. Um, yeah, there's some demons. I've been messing with this a whole bunch as well. I've gone through like all the different like shared observation arrays, rewards. Everything seems to look reasonable from C side, from Python side. Um,
Yeah.
so yeah, there's something screwy here. And I have not figured out what.
Okay. Um, I will look at that then. Let's see. I'm at 79% CMake, so we're almost there.
Jeez. Yeah, I can pull this up on my local as well. This is how nice Puffer Tank is. You just like Docker sh whatever, and I just have
Yeah.
my container.
Nice.
So build. I just use the same one on like local and everything.
Yeah.
All right, so here we have our super basic Rocket Lander env. You can see it's like it applied some weird transform. I'm like messing with it now to try to like land it better. It's kind of hard to keep it on course, but like it is pretty darn easy to do better than it's like pretty easy to do better than just not pressing anything, and it's way easy to do better than what the current policy is doing, which is like the current policy is doing something like this, right?
Yeah. Right. I see. And then it times out. Is that why it reset?
It'll time out, or if you go out of bounds, there's like a bounding box where I just check if you're outside of certain coordinates.
I see. Are those? Is the bounding box on screen or is it like I see it going off the top? I assume it's off screen.
I just set some coordinates roughly there. So like, I think I probably went off to the left there. So this one is on screen, and then this probably the top one's like a little off screen. We can change them. I tried to do something so that it wouldn't like have gigantic length episodes doing random things.
Yeah. And this is the policy controlling it right now that you quickly trained.
No, so if I do policy, I can do that.
Oh, so
Uh,
this is you physically controlling it.
well, if I just take my hands off the keyboard, it'll just fall, and then like I can tap, keys to like just change the action space, and like this is kind of reasonable, right? Like I got it to land decentish. Um, Let me train something local real quick. Here, make sure I have the current version.
The thrusters are being applied at the top of the rocket, right?
There's side thrusters at the top on each side, and then there's a bottom thruster. You have three buttons.
Okay. It's the model based control for this is also kind of fun, just because it's not totally stable.
Well, you'd think RL will do very, very well once we have,
Yeah, it should.
yeah.
Right hand pulls aren't nothing but a thing for RL.
Especially when it's this fast. Like, this is
Yeah,
literally, this is close to 500x faster than the Python version was.
yeah. That's always for the if you saw the silly video I posted earlier with
The robot.
the spot running down the
Yeah.
mountain. That for reference took about 12 hours to train with I think 32 environments because I run out of VRAM.
Dang.
So different world where my environment is always my bottleneck. The policy
Well,
is basically free at that point.
and why is the environment... What? You run out of VRAM in 32 Ms? It's kind of nuts.
With that environment, usually I train with like 4,000 on a 3080, so it's like 12 gigabytes of VRAM, and I can do that no problem. It's when
Oh.
you're making like really big. It's like the physics rendering for the environment is the issue. It's
Oh,
not like
yeesh.
yeah,
Yeah.
because it's all like photorealistic renderings. You can do like visual policies with sim to real transfer to real cameras, which is kind of nice. The cost you pay is in GPUs.
Yeah. We're trying to get, like, I don't know, the direction I've been going in Puffer is just trying to make, like, complex, interesting M's, but make sure everything is crazy fast, just so, like, you
Yes.
can run the research at a reasonable rate.
Yeah, makes sense. Okay, this is now installing. Great. So in theory, I should have CMake now. Let's see if I actually have CMake. Cool, that's the new version. Beautiful. So let's see if I can um, go back to Puffer, Box 2D. Great. And now we're building Box 2D. Wait, let's see. New statement here. What are you sad about? XKB common.
Okay, let's just I'm gonna open up this garbage policy I just trained. I'll, like, load it and we'll watch and see what it's learned to do.
That's good.
It'll save the last model to 1B for you. You can kind of just, like, if you want to do it on a local box, you just
Mm-hmm.
rocket.pt.
Okay. Does it do checkpointing or does just the most recent one by default?
It saves checkpoints locally. It'll only upload the last one.
I see. Got it.
Let's see if this does anything. Wrong box.
Oh, I'm in dependency hell. I need something called XKB for Box 2D, which is built with something called Maison. Cool. All
The
right.
heck?
Yeah.
You can just grab the puffer tank at that point if you want, but
I'm tempted to.
yeah. It's kind of funny. Since I made puffer tank, like, dependency hell just no longer exists for me.
Nice. Yeah, because that's where we currently are.
Yeah. CMake is sometimes a pain because occasionally I have to upgrade the version on the base image, but yeah. Alright, so here is the stupid model being stupid. Oops.
Okay, yeah, it's not so good. Um,
There now, it won't turn off so quick. Yeah, it's like it tries to balance it for a bit and then it just like screws up and can't recover, which is, to be fair, that is what happens with the ENV. But like it's
Yeah.
pressing its buttons too much. Like
Yeah.
you
Do you have
only
any
really
like
need to nudge it a little bit. Like look, it's trying there and then it screws it up.
right? Is there any regularization on the action rate and total thrust?
Nope, not at the moment. There should be,
Okay.
but like
I
I've
will look into that.
yeah, I figured that like we if we can get this thing to like learn something reasonable and then just like port over the missing physics stuff from the main env, um pretty much once you get into a space where like your env is correct and you can learn something, Puffer will auto solve because fast.
Right. Meaning like once you have a reward function as well that solves your task.
Yeah, once you have something where it's like, rewards going up, maybe it's taking a little too long, maybe this, maybe that, but it's generally working, you just like run it for longer or run a hyperparam sweep or whatever and you're good.
I was fixing another dependency. Super fun.
Yeah, this is the one other thing with Box 2D, like having to include that as a dependency is kind of rough.
Yeah. Let's see if we can just build this.
Eventually we'll like find some like no dependency um engine or whatever at some point. Like I want like a physics.h.
Yeah. No, that's a couple years ago. I tried to roll my own physics for exactly that reason, and got as far
Can't.
as I needed for my project, and no farther because it
Yeah.
was a mess.
Yeah, physics seems rough. It's a shame because we like basically if we had that stuff working, we could just roll tons of interesting control lemps with
Yeah.
Puffer and like I mean at least for like you can even do high dim for continuous control. You just can't do like high fidelity or whatever. Um and that like
Okay.
should run fast.
I'm just switching to puffer tank because I had too many dependents. It wasn't just CMake. It was then one of the
Oh
other
jeez.
requirements
Yep.
required its own installer, and that didn't work. I'm not doing any of that today.
How many
Let me just.
PhDs does it take to install CMake? Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Stupid.
'Cause I had CMake installed, but then there was a different dependency inside of Box 2D that I didn't
Yeah,
have.
that's awful.
I guess like puffer tank 1.0, I assume.
Whatever the
The
latest
main.
is, yeah.
It was just main. Okay. I know I already have Docker, so I will just clone this. Sorry, it's taking a second.
Yeah, no worries. You do that real quick. I'm gonna use the restroom.
Yep.
Right back.
Okay.
All right.
Covered project. once I have Puffer Tank installed, how do I've got the VS Code instructions. I typically use Vim, but I can use VS Code as
I'm
well.
on NeoVim here. NeoVim's
Okay.
pre-installed as well. Um,
Or just once I have Puffer Tank, how do I like set up the Docker container or run it? I guess.
how do you run the container? There's the script, like the run sh, and it shouldn't have to build the whole thing for you. It should just pull the image from from Docker Hub. So it should just be whatever the download time is, and then like docker.sh test. Um,
So if let's see, I see docker.sh. I just run that.
yeah, run docker sh test should work.
Yep, there we go. Building. Yep, it's pulling it now.
Good. Thanks to Bet, our resident advertiser around here. Yes, folks, please do star the Puffer repo. Helps out a ton.
Oh, nice. Hello.
Bet works on Pokemon and a few other things around.
Nice.
I'm really trying to think what the issue could be here with this env.
Because you already went through and checked that the observations looked right, both on the Python and C side.
They look like they look reasonable. I mean, but think about it, like even if not, like it should just be able to learn to not press any buttons and it'll do better than it's doing now.
Um, if let's say I want to do some quick plotting with on the Python side of things, where would I do that? Just so I could like plot out the actions over time, its position, velocity, whatever over time. Just 'cause it's very easy to
Yeah.
see that,
So
debug it.
clean puff.rl is our souped up version of clean.rl, which is what
Okay.
the demo script uses. The demo
Okay.
script is basically just a harness that like parses like some config files and like imports envs for you and stuff like that. Handles
Yeah, I went
sweeps.
through it at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd like to figure out how to minimize stuff a bit more than it is, but there's actually like it does quite a bit. It like handles integrating all the different envs for you and like sweeps and like various config files. There's like a config system that's like pretty simple, but also supports like base configs and stuff like that.
Nice. Uh, okay, so I might play around there on and just do some plotting on the Python side first, just to confirm that everything looks
Yeah,
not completely
absolutely.
dwarfed. I believe you that it looks okay, but I'll
Yeah,
show
no, no,
that
no.
for myself. And
That's
then,
way better actually if you do that.
yeah. Um,
That's exactly
just
what we want to figure out at the moment.
yeah. And then if that all looks right, then I might just play reward engineer for a minute and see what I can do. Um,
Yep.
because yeah, the physics look reasonable. It's just if the data is getting marshaled appropriately. Um,
Yeah, which I check for a lot, but it's like stuff's weird.
yeah. What was the couple commands you did to just build it from C? I saw how you ran it from the demo script. That was fine, but the
Yeah.
building it, I didn't
So
touch
it's
that.
just setup.py build underscore x dash in place. Like
I
that.
am. I hear you. I'm gonna need to see that.
I'll send it to you.
Thanks. I appreciate it.
It's just like the common extensions thing. Let's see if this.
Finishing the download. It's just about done.
Mm-hmm. Container's a little chunky because we have like the specific Python version and stuff in it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'd like to know how to minify that thing, but I just haven't had the time to do that.
No, the Docker container for all my Isaac stuff is like 10 gigabytes, so I get it.
Mm-hmm. I think ours is as well.
Yeah. for that, it's the nice thing is that's only the base dependencies. All of the actual assets and data are in some Amazon bucket that
Oh,
we pull
geez.
from. Um,
Yeah, Puffer, it's
yeah,
pretty much like that is the tank.
yeah, it's got it all. Yeah, it's just extracting now.
Okay. We're
Okay,
gonna
it's
run a
got the
quick
image.
I'm gonna run a quick experiment with just the Y reward to see if that
Sure.
does anything.
Okay, cool. I'm in the tank now. In the test specifically.
Mhm.
Um, let's see.
With just the Y reward, we actually have a train curve that looks kind of like a train curve.
Okay. Oh yeah, for the return, yeah.
Yeah.
Um, oh, are the total returns usually net negative?
It depends. Actually, I don't know what the
Because this is
Y.
I'm sure you've seen this a million times. My rewards are net negative, and there's a way for the agent to kill itself. It turbo learns suicide every single time.
Yeah,
Um,
that's fun. What? It's funny that it does that because. Oh no, I guess that would work. Yeah. It depends how you handle like terminals, I guess.
yeah, I'm used to ends where we don't have any kind of terminal reward because it's not sparse. It's like locomotion, for example, or it's continuous,
If you
and so
put
we
it,
have to.
yeah. Hmm.
Um, anyways, I'm in the puffer tank, but I'm trying to switch to the rocket branch, and that's where I'm currently stuck.
Just git pull and then just git checkout dash dash track origin slash rocket.
Is there a way to visualize my current path? Love the little pufferfish emoji. It's cute, but I never know where I am.
Or tank slash puffer lib. Yeah, just ls or pwd. Let's see.
Yeah,
CD there, and then like git
it's
pull,
pulling.
and then like git checkout track slash rocket. That'll get you set up.
Uh, I just did rocket, not backslash rocket. Maybe that's set up to track remote branch rocket. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, I think I got it.
Mm-hmm.
Let's find out. Let's try and run this rocket demo.
Set up, do
Works.
the setup build X in place first. But yeah.
The setup. So I'm looking for it. 1 second. Where is this? Oh, setup.py.
What's wrong with it?
Let's see. Setup.py. What command does it need? Local? Or let's see.
So I just do dot and then that'll do it as well. Pip install dash -u dot.
Do that. If we had just started with the tank, we would have been set up by now.
Yeah, I didn't want to like make you go through Docker initially, because like
It's I
if you
think I
already
like
have
that.
a reasonable setup with CMake and stuff, it shouldn't be hard. But like
I'm
dependencies.
I'm pretty sure this is exactly what happened when we did the Pokemon Red stuff as well, where I also tried to get a setup without
The puffer tank, yeah.
Docker. Yeah, and then I think I just used the tank and it worked fine.
Yep.
Okay, what is it sad about now?
This is why puffer tank exists. And people like, I don't want Docker, I don't want Docker, I don't want Docker. I want my VMs. And then it's like, oh, my VMs made me sad. I'll use Docker now.
Yeah. I mean, it depends if you're doing something very small scale, content environments are fine, but anything with like actual software in it, you should probably just use the Docker container.
The thing is, the Docker just kind of always works. And if you maintain your base image, like, it's actually
Yeah,
quicker to reset to a clean env than it is with
that's
Conda or
true.
something. Which is why I figure it's nice.
What? Let's see. Why are you complaining? Failed building editable for Pufferlib.
I might have broke something. What's the error?
It's got a ton of spit out at me, but it's called editable, like failed building editable for Pufferlib. Setup tools enable features legacy editable.
Okay, let's try
I can do it without editable mode, but
I build. That'll do something weird. Try this. You should have a correct version of setup tools in the tank, though. That's weird.
let's find out.
See if you can just build ext.
Let's see, setup tools. I have 72.1.
I mean, whatever's on the tank should be fine. It's like you didn't upgrade
Yeah,
setup tools or anything when you open the
no,
tank, right? So,
no, I didn't touch anything. I just
does build ext in place work?
um. Oh, sorry, build X. What? I'm currently in the Pufferlib folder.
Well, there's puffertank/pufferlib. That's the repository, and
Yeah.
then there's the package folder, which is one lower. You want to be in the base of pufferlib, and then do, setup.py build ext in place or pip install -e dot. I don't know if you're in the right, because that should have worked. Like if you
So
just did,
yeah, so I'm just in puffertank/pufferlib is where I currently am.
okay, so then that setup should have worked. Try just build ext in place, see if that does it.
Like like a Python setup.
Yeah, I DM'd you on Discord. You have
Okay.
the.
Okay, cool. Sorry, I have Discord on my phone, so it's got the call full
Oh,
screen.
okay, that's why. Because I've been sending you the
Okay.
commands.
Now I see the messages. Sorry, I've not seen any of these. Thank you.
Okay, yeah, yeah. I've been sending you commands the whole time to like try to.
Okay. Hey, there we go. Setup.
If you just give it Y reward, it seems like it learns to spin a bunch, but it doesn't like fly off
Like
up in the screen. So that's interesting. Oh
like
nope,
to ask
now it
for it
never.
to,
Yeah, like this. Yeah, apparently nope, it does do that still. That's weird.
and you're asking for it to hover in place. Is that what the reward is telling it to do?
I think the reward should just be go down, but I might just be dumb and reading it wrong. Very janky rocket.
Yeah,
Cool thing is once we figure out like the general box 2D setup for stuff, we can use it for all sorts of physics ends.
true. Maybe there would have been an easier one to start with, but that's okay.
Oh no, I figure just landing a rocket will be good. We'll just make it Mars themed or something. Be like, hey Elon, we fixed it here. You just deploy this, it'll
Yeah,
work.
right.
Or sure.
Yeah. You get your rocket to Mars, we'll take it from here.
Yeah. Just land it. Yeah, it'll land exactly like this.
I mean, put airbags on it. It's not. That's what the real stuff does.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, it spins at like let's try the rotation reward in the meantime. At the least, we can run 50 mil step experiments in a minute. So
Nice. Let's see.
it's got memory as
There's
well.
let's see. Oh, do I need to build box 2D first without the issue in here?
Yeah.
Let's see, where is box 2D?
You gotta clone. You gotta
Oh,
clone it.
right. From inside. Okay. All right. All right. Let's see. Now we're getting somewhere.
Wait, who is this? What is? Hold on, there's a thing on this. Let me fix this. What is the number of bytes to store all legal move sequences in tic-tac-toe? Store the board state of every possible legal sequence of moves. 9 bits times 9, 80. Technically, 81 bits is like a naive thing. If you want to be really dumb about it, you can probably do a short per state. So you can do 18. You can do 18 bytes, I think. You can probably make it more compressed than that, though. Wait, is that true? No, because it's three bits per space, right? 3 bits times 9, it's 27 each. So let's just say you use an int per each. So it should just be 9 times 9 times 4, 20, wait. 4 bytes, 9. Yeah, 36, okay. You can do it in 36. You can probably do it in smaller than that. Oh, for a specific sequence, I mean.
I'm sure there's some curse like bit packing you can do. If you remember, like
Yeah, you can do
Sebastian, like
bit packing for sure.
like how to minimize a chessboard state. I'm sure you can apply the same thing here.
You can definitely do 3 bits per. I mean, you can do 27 bits times was it 27 bits times 9 times 9. Oops. So 27 bits times 9. So 31 bytes you can definitely do. It depends how much you actually care about, like, in most cases, like, you're going to be bottlenecked for something that small. You're going to be bottlenecked by speed, not anything else. And it also probably doesn't matter that much. Like, tic-tac-toe, you'll just insta-solve anyways with anything that you do.
Also, I got it set up now with
Perfect.
Box Studio and everything, so we can actually do
Yes,
this
we
an
can
hour later.
actually do this. Perfect. Extended setup session.
Yeah.
Um, did this already train? Oh, geez, this produced absolutely terrible reward with the rotation. That's crazy. So yeah, something's definitely giga cursed.
Let me see how to
I might
add.
I
It's in
might
the.
not have understood your question then.
Let's see. Where do I put my weights and biases stuff so I can just train the base what it currently is?
Weights and
Let's see.
biases stuff. Just in the demo file, like you'll see, like I got J Suarez or whatever in there. Put your stuff. Are you trying to like get like a hash so you can compare the current legal moves or something to something? Like, I don't know what you're trying to do. Like, what's the actual problem you're trying to solve? Like, is this an interview question or are you building an RLN? What's like the old riddle? Like, you've got like, is it like three demons? Like, one of them always tells the truth. Or is it two demons? One of them always lies, one of them always tells the truth or whatever? I like the alternative version, the XKCD version, which is that there are three demons. One of them always lies, one always tells the truth, and one stabs people who ask tricky questions.
That's funny.
I
Um,
don't like out of context like out of context text problems like that, right?
it says, let's see. It's not a error, but when I enter Vim, it says Super Maven and Vim not found.
Yeah, that's fine. That's just you can just like colon use free or super maven use free or whatever. It's just it has my default like autocomplete plugin set up. Oh, I see what you are asking. Why would you want to do that? Like, you want to store every possible game of tic-tac-toe? Yeah, then that becomes like an obnoxious. Then you're just asking me how many games of tic-tac-toe there are or whatever, right? And you just index them or something. And that becomes like a tells me amount of space. Everybody's got an 800 on the SAT, my friend. Like, yeah, like I don't like I if you'd asked me that question when I was a freshman in undergrad and was looking at those stuff, I probably could answer you because it's just like a combinatorics problem, I'm pretty sure. The way now I'm realizing what you're asking. Counting the number of games. Well, no, because if you want to like identify a game uniquely, then you just need like an index, right? But this is like the type of thing that like this is like programming fundamentals interview question. Like this type of thing doesn't actually like I've never actually seen like a problem like this in practice in any of my work.
It's like, are you smarter than a fifth grader? But are you smarter than some random guy on Twitter's little brother?
Yeah. It's actually pretty funny because I've like severely bombed interviews because they ask you like first year algorithms and like algorithms questions. It's like if you'd asked me when I was 20, but like the reason I don't know it anymore is because it's like literally has never been used in any of the things I've ever worked on.
Yeah. Um,
All right, enough rambling. Do you have the thing,
I'm
Leno?
trying to. Let's see. It's the CLI's task, which is, or sorry, env, which is rocket. Sorry, would you mind sending me the script, the command to run it?
To run, what do you want? The
Just
Python?
the rock. Yeah, for now.
So you, oh, I see what you want. Demo.
Yeah, that.
Yep.
But I was just going through and looking at the different config files, just getting a feel for it.
Multi-processing. Something like that. There are a few other flags.
Okay.
Sequences. Sequence of legal.
Okay. I have a training now.
Okay. Cool. Is it fast?
520,000 SPS. So that's, yeah, given my
Yeah.
CPU, that seems reasonable. That
Cool.
makes sense. Is everything like the model architecture, is that all configured just from the config files that go into the demo.py?
You can put arbitrary custom stuff, but yeah, if you can give it like the name of the torch class or whatever that's in there, and it'll just load
Got
that
it.
from like the model file. So there's like a default one, there's like a default recurrent one and stuff. You can just write whatever. There's no base class for puffer. It's just you make
Yeah.
arbitrary torch networks.
Not that I don't think that matters at all. I want to know where everything lives.
Yeah. I keep getting these tic-tac-toe comments here, and it's like, what? One move is a sequence. Puffer written on top of PyTorch. The Puffer core is framework agnostic. Our demos are in PyTorch. Do you mean like by moves? It's like, you can do like 1 through 9 or whatever for each move. So like, it's 9 to the 9 or whatever is like a game. Oops. Is like a game. 30, what's that? 387 megabytes. Something like that. But like you would never want to store that for anything like ever. So it's like a interview question. You can probably prune it by a lot as well. But like naively, I know it's funny, like there are a lot of folks in academia and such that like, challenging problems. I like the easiest possible problem that is important. So, you have this thing training, you have it
Yep,
probably logging.
it already trained. Although I might have sent it to your one DB. I haven't figured out where to put my username in.
It's not going to let you send it to my want be.
Then
So
I'm sure it just didn't send it.
yeah, you got to
Oh,
do
I didn't give
dash. You
it.
add dash dash track to use wannabe, and then it'll ask for credentials. Have you heard of
Okay.
TinyGrad? Yeah, cool. Looks like a cool project. If anybody wants to add bindings for that, they're free to. we will potentially look at it in the future. Mm-hmm.
All right,
Let me see what happened with this train curve.
let me just pull up my weights and biases real quick to get my API key. But yes, I have a training.
Cool.
That
So
all works fine.
yeah, there's something incredibly cursed here because like even this rotation reward, it like crashes down from like to negative hundreds or whatever. I mean, it's possible I'm just like not specifying the thing that I think I am. Um, I mean, it's a few lines of code. You can look at it, right? Like we can kind of run all the experiments we want on this in just a few minutes.
Yeah. Um, okay, and the let's see. I need to go back and find that C file with the rewards in it. That's how I'm gonna play with it first.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Rocketlander.h. All the new puffer environments, it's puffer lib environments ocean.
nice. Okay.
An ocean of environments for learning pufferfish.
Okay. CD. Um, their environments. Yep. And then here's Box 2D. And there's environment.py. Oh, this is car racing. Hold on, what?
Wrong repo. Or wrong folder, I imagine.
Yep. Oh yeah, ocean. That's what you said. Yep.
Oh
I
yeah,
just
also
can't.
that car racing env is also like a physics env, I think, that also uses Box 2D that ran at like it was something abysmal. I think it was like dozens of steps per second.
There we go. CY rocketlander.c and rocketlander.c. There we go.
Yep, so the .h is what the Python version uses, and the .c is just like a little, I mean, it has nothing, it just runs a demo.
I see it. Okay, I'm in this file
Yeah.
now,
If
and
we get it to
where?
learn, I'll clean it up, and it'll be like, quality of the rest of the puffer env code, which is substantially better.
Yeah. Okay, it's all in this header file. I see it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, beautiful. Then I think I've got what I need to. Oh, the last one is just to build it or to rebuild it, so I can
The
run it.
setup.py buildx in place.
Okay, I just run that again, and it'll build everything. Nice.
Yeah, just make sure that you don't forget to run that after changing, because you'll be running the old environment, right?
Yeah, right. That makes sense.
Yeah. There's also the C, like you can run it in pure C mode as well, but if you're on like a remote SSH box, unless you've
Yeah,
got like forwarding and stuff set up, it's not going to render for you. It's just going to crash. So probably you'll want to run through Python. I use the C mode mostly for like deving and making sure I have, because it gives you better compile messages and stuff. I'll send you the command for that just in case you want
thanks.
it.
Yeah, because X11 forwarding to a Mac is very, very cursed, and so I will
Yeah, I
often have
know.
to visualize it
This is
anyways.
why I just have a local version I can set up. Build
I don't.
Ocean.
Is,
There you go.
is there an option to log the video? Thank you. Is there an option to log videos to weights and biases? That's why. If not, I can look at that too.
I don't think we've got that at the moment. That actually would be kind of
Fair enough.
tricky. This is why we
Yeah,
have the local stuff for.
fair.
The way I normally dev this, right, is I have the same container locally and remote, and I'll just like pull the model down and run it on the local or whatever.
Yeah, that's what I do
Mhm.
for some of my tests. But then we also like during training we send videos as well, just to make that a little easier. But for now, this works fine. I
Yep.
can sit on my desktop. I'm at home, so.
Yep.
Okay, cool. Then I think I have everything I need to work on this. Like I said, I'll probably do most of my dev offline
Sounds
tonight
good.
and tomorrow, but I'll message
Yeah.
you sometime probably
Is
tomorrow
there
afternoon.
is there anything you think I should like do here that would help you? Because like I don't want to leave you with just like this totally cursed reward thing where there's like It's probably reward, but there might be something like much more nefarious here that I don't know. Um, I can just
I
keep
would say.
looking at it for a bit at the same time if you want, like offline. But
Um, I mean, if it's just a reward thing, I kind of like tuning reward functions, which is a good thing. Maybe I Stockholm
all right,
syndrome as a grad student. That doesn't bother me any. If there's, even if after playing with this for let's say a day, it's just still nothing is working right, then maybe there's something deeper going on. But
okay,
I think it's worth at least playing around with for just doing reward tuning for a little bit. That's usually how I would approach something when the environment
hmm,
looks like it's training fine, the rendering looks fine, like
okay,
nothing looks like the physics is wrong. That, like you said, you printed out the observations, which I'll also double check. But that I think is probably not the
yep.
issue. So my guess is this is just one of those reward engineering is hard. Let's try something.
Okay, I mean then try some sanity things. I tried a few other things like I tried really reducing the time resolution and stuff to see if it was like, continuous rewards can be kind of jank because the difference between the like current step and next step continuous reward is really small. So I tried to like do stuff with that. I tried to like discretize the rewards so it would be like you get a reward for moving in the right direction or whatever. I tried a few things with that and none of that seemed to make a difference. But yeah, I'll let you play
Mhm.
with this for a bit. And if things seem like cursed and you think, hey, there's like a puffer data thing, just message me and I will mess with that.
Sounds good. And then let's see what math library. I just do you have a function here for doing exponentials? I'm sure there's some library that you're
I
using
think
that
it's
I can
X,
use.
isn't it just
I just
XBEF
math.
or something? Math XBEF.
I think so. Okay, cool.
Yeah, there's just
No, I'm good.
XBEF, yeah.
But I
Um,
use the form like exponential kernel for a lot of my stuff, like
yeah,
squared Gaussians.
okay. And there's the original Python thing, repo for the Rocket Lander
Yeah.
env that has like all the math in it. And, if you want to like push it to the, into that, um, yeah, like it's definitely not fully physically correct. It does
Yeah.
seem like there's something screwy with the learning because it should be able to do way better than it's doing.
Yeah. That makes sense. I'm gonna look at it tonight and tomorrow, and then let's maybe chat tomorrow.
Okay, sounds good.
I appreciate you getting this set up. This is way easier once we switch to Docker. So glad
Yeah,
that got set up.
chat after long run tomorrow.
All right, sounds good.
All
Then
right,
I'll see you. Have a good stream.
see ya. Bye.
Bye.
Okay, cool. I think that actually is gonna be it for stream for today, because probably I'm gonna go get some food and then I'm gonna work on some other offline M's for a bit. Yeah, but thanks for tuning in to the impromptu Saturday stream. And let me just link this in the chat real quick. You want to help out? Start the puffer. Helps out a whole ton. And you can also join us on discord.gg/buffer if you're interested in contributing or getting